Terror GATION. Created by Alex Ollie for the Senscape Curse Adventures Jam 2022. Build 1.01, which is 1% better than the original release. The game does feature some flashing lights. All characters appearing are fictitious. Living or Dead is purely coincidental. What kind of game is it? Why are you warning me? Integration tip. While time is limited, it's best to look through all the documents. Not all questions have a contradiction. Proceed to the next question if nothing seems to be wrong to avoid wasting time. Avoid picking the things that aren't contradictions. All it does is make you lose time. If you're out of time, you can no longer browse for information. Use your tape recorder to rehear the last thing the suspect said. Second pages, skip dialogue, show hide binder. F toggle, full screen, escape. A lot of people worked on the game, it seems like. Okay, begin integration. For the past few months, there has been this patient. She was a victim of an abduction, as well as bizarrely unnatural homicide. Normally she wouldn't be in our jurisdiction, but during her rescue, she attacked the police and tried to escape numerous times, which led her to being placed in our care. Then there is her behavior. Family members reported that she was acting differently, a total personality change. She's never provided any clear answers on what happened. Oddly, she suddenly made a request stating she was finally willing to talk. They put me in charge of the interrogations. I felt it'd be a good idea to talk to the police for any evidence they were willing to share with me, given her history of being uncooperative with questioning. Thankfully, that may have a binder full of women containing some of the evidence that collected. Not all of it, granted, but hopefully it'll be enough to finally get the truth out of what happened. Okay, begin.
Okay, I'm ready. Could you bring the patient in?
Oh, voice acting!
Now, before we get started, can you give me your name for the record, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's, Heather. My name's Heather.
It has voice acting? I didn't expect this. Although the sound is pretty low, I hope that's enough. Time paused. Patient's folder. Space. Right click. Oh. Insurmount Hospital, patient report, Darcy. Didn't she just say she's Heather?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's, Heather. My name's Heather.
No, I wanted to raise the sound. I think there was a cat in the background meowing. Sorry, my bad. I'm hearing a cat meowing in the background, I think. I wanted to check if it was in real life or the game.
Okay.
Why would you lie about your name?
That's not what it says in your patient record.
Oh, right. Heather's, just a nickname of mine.
Oh.
It's Darcy. Sorry for the confusion.
You aren't from around here, are you? Could you tell me what state?
State? Sure. It's Pennsylvania.
Can you stop lying? Patient was a victim of abduction. During the rescue, she acted and assaulted. Time paused. Is this important? What? Or is it like still on the training wheels? During her rescue, she acted and assaulted a police officer. Be held, giving therapy, numerous attempts to escape, continue on people around the facility. I don't know where you're from, it doesn't say. Patient has proven... How do I move pages? Oh, scroll wheel. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I don't know how to read. Patient has proven to be completely honest with doctors. May have reported that her claims or information are incorrect. Currently, the patient seems to give no indication that she has any known disorders. Hide something due to her frequent violent outbursts. She has been confined to a wheelchair. How? How do you confine someone to a wheelchair? Like what, you break their spine? Letter. We're sorry to due to active status of investigation, the police are unable to provide any notes from the investigators. However, the president is willing to work with Insurmount in some capacity, so we'll send you the binder. We hope this is ample support to help you in integration. Officer respond to 911 call. Entering a house. Upon entering, identified individuals, the bodies. Judging by the state of the two, it's estimated they have been there just a few hours. The victims has been restrained to chair. The survived victim has been restrained to a chair, so her. She was unconscious. She was conscious and cognizant, but would not answer questions. The body of the unID'd girl was discovered just a few feet from the survivor, but both individuals arrived at the same time based on the state of their clothing. The body was in an unnatural state. The entire body was, including limbs, was twisted and deformed in a state that was closely resembled to late stages of decomposition. No identity. Following the survivor's rescue, she immediately assaulted the officers present, leading to police casualties due to severe injuries. They died? The woman was quickly detained and medical support was called, but she has been uncooperative with questioning. A Virginia ID was found on the scene, so present staff will be looking into why she's...
State. Sure. It's Pennsylvania.
The police report says you're from Virginia, though.
Ah, right. Sorry. I always get Pennsylvania and Virginia mixed up, you know? 'Cause they are so close.
Are you talking to me of your own volition?
Yeah, of course. I just want to give my side of the story.
Okay. I mean, you're not even sure of the geography of the world, it seems like.
Alright, thanks for that information. It's just a formality for the records.
Yeah, it, seemed that way.
Now, we don't have all the time in the world, so I won't bother you with going over the
But
details.
why?
To keep it short, I need to ask you some questions about the university and your abduction.
Alright, that's fine. Go ahead.
As I'm sure you remember, you requested this meeting. The police have provided me with a binder containing some of their evidence, which I'll be using to make sure you're taking this discussion seriously. They told me that you were quite uncooperative during initial questioning. It's just to make sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for, agreeing to this.
Okay, so, first of all, could you tell me a bit more about your experience at university?
Yeah. I was abducted at Harvard University, which is where I went to. It was, fine. It's not as if my grades were bad or anything. I got on well, I guess. Until the, abduction, of course.
What the okay. Okay.
It's a fairly big university, with lots of fields and classes. What did you major in?
My major? Well, I took a bachelor's degree, so I took a lot of classes that weren't part of it. But it was, management.
Why do you not sound sure of anything? Okay, so what kind of student was she? Huh? Wait, why did she give the other person's name? By the way, why is the page moved here? Oh, right, they moved the tutorial. Father wants to sue the university for what happened to the daughter, failed to assure the safety of the daughter. No background check on the staff. A few weeks ago, Harvard University student Darcy was abducted. She was found later by the police on a chair with an unID'd corpse. Conflicting matters, Darcy herself was shortly arrested for assaulting the officers. Yeah, she gave the other person's name. Wait, no. Huh? Yeah, she gave the other person's name. Why do you keep on lying? She was arrested for complicating things, attacking the officers, multiple escape attempts. The father stated that his daughter would never act like this, so it's not the daughter. They don't even seem to know about geography. Alan Widow continued to mention that he'll be taking on the lawsuit alone, citing his own career history as one of Virginia's most successful lawyers. Harvard thinks they can get away with this. Okay, so he's still blaming the university. What kind of student is she? Darcy submitted a complaint to front desk about a student named Heather Baker. Both are currently paired together as an assignment for Professor Mercy's anthropology class. Darcy expressed confidence with Heather, stating that she seemed to be more interested in me than the assignment. Is that a bad thing? Darcy had the same said that she assumes Heather is trying to be friendly and make small talk, but we find some of the questions unnerving. She wants to say that she didn't report this directly to the professor because she felt uncomfortable doing so. There's currently as much we can do about it with Darcy. Local teenager returning from late stay. Lighthouse occurrence, abandoned house. The witness has decided. Who is this? This is the professor. Not shown up for work in some time. Failed to report the absence to the university. No one was able to get in touch with him. Person is wanted for questioning related to potential involvement in the abduction of university student Darcy Widow and the homicide of the unknown victim. Oh, wait, are they assuming this is not the other girl still? I thought it was. Or maybe it's her. Okay, so they're assuming it's a professor. I was able to get I wonder what she's thinking. She's like, what is it doing? Is this what humans do? Look at paper? I was able to get my hands on the plane tickets. Our flight is 5 days from now because I'd rather not risk staying here for long after what will happen. People get suspicious. Oh, this is the professor. I suggest taking care of it in the next few days, and fast. Once we've taken care of any loose ends, we'll make our exit out of the state. They were gonna leave together? Oh no, what is this? She's clearly human. If you're reading this, it means I'm gone. Given up everything I involved myself in, I can only hope I'm dead. Alternatives are too chilling. Apologies for what is done. Forced my hand on these awful deeds. Made me feel as if I had no choice to follow orders. Only say this, it was my choice. I hope to make this right. Hold on to the way your life depends on it. Misfortune, JM. JM is the professor, right? Yeah. Crime scene. Okay, she didn't say anything about being a good student or not.
Your college records state that you majored in literature.
Uh-oh. I guess that was just a mistake. Yeah, no, I majored in literature. My head's just kind of all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Did you make any friends during your time at university? Any strong relationships with anyone?
I mean, of course, I had a couple of friends. Are you asking if I had a boyfriend or something? I never really had any strong relationships with anyone, to be honest. Mostly just, acquaintances.
What, like cousins dangereux?
Can you think of any reason why you might have been abducted?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, it's not like I'm rich or anything. My parents don't make too much money, so I can't imagine they wanted something like a ransom or anything.
You're assuming a lot. Very quickly.
Were you responsible for the death of the other person in that room?
What? No way, of course I wasn't. Did you see what happened to that body? How could I have caused that?
I mean... She was tied to this, but I'm not seeing any information about there be bruising on her hands. Source of light, they approached the house, heard the guy and decided to hide. The car parked in the abandoned house, 2 people left according to witness's statement. While the witness couldn't get a clear view of the people coming from that car, they did report they heard the sound like a girl calling for help, and could apparently see one of the figures trying to cover her mouth, dragging her into the house. After seeing this, the witness headed straight home. Oh, okay. Broken man's glass.
When you were abducted, was there another person at the scene with you and the corpse?
It's a little hard to remember, but I'm pretty sure it was just me and the person during the, kidnapping.
Damn, something's just not right here. It doesn't add up at all, but I just can't see what's wrong. There must be more holes to point out, but... I'm sorry, but I can't continue like this. I'll get someone else to take over. So just wait here.
Oh, there's multiple endings. I just couldn't stay there anymore. Thankfully, before I left, I was able to get someone to fill in for me, but it seems as though he had no luck with her either. I was hoping I could return to her with a clear head, but that was never going to happen. Just a few hours after the interview, she was found dead, with her body in the same state as the one at the crime scene. Huh? That was abrupt. I like the voice actor. He reminds me of that meme. He reminds me of that meme, the one with the French thing. Je suis le carrière. Launch the missiles.
The police report. It's a fairly big university.
My major?
Your college records.
It's the other girl, right?
Uh-oh.
Like a kid, you know, with a cookie jar.
Yeah.
Do I read about the student complaint? No. Okay, so the complaint is not a relationship connection.
Can you think of any reason why you might have been abducted?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, it's...
Okay, I can't even ask about the guys seeing them at the place?
Were you responsible for the death of the other person in that room?
What? No way, of course, I wasn't. Did you?
Question about the body? No. I mean, I can see what happened to the body. Okay.
When you were abducted, was there another person at the scene with you and the corpse?
It's a little hard to.
What about
This
glasses?
photo of the crime scene shows a pair of glasses.
Well, you know, lots of people wear glasses just for fashion's sake. They might be non-prescription.
Damn, something's just not right here. It doesn't add up at all, but I just can't see what's wrong. There must be more holes to point out, but... I'm sorry, but I can't continue like this.
No, I failed again. I'm a failure of investigator. I took too much confidence out of the game, you know, because it said
Oh,
not everything is a plot hole or a question. Sometimes you just have to let the flow of things go.
yeah.
So can I, like, ask multiple questions in one salvo?
It's a fairly big university.
No, only her.
Uh-oh.
Are you sure I can't indicate this as a strong relationship?
These plane tickets seem to suggest otherwise.
Those. Ah, right. Yeah. Those. Me and the professor weren't, super close, I guess. I wouldn't call it a strong relationship. He was the one who bought the tickets anyway.
Can you think of any reason why you might have been abducted?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, it's not like I'm rich or anything.
Huh.
My parents don't make too much money, so I can't imagine they wanted something like a ransom or anything.
Oh, it progresses automatically if I find all the things. Like, I'll connect the student to her. No, it doesn't want to connect the student to her at all. Well, these happen at the same time, so the dad is definitely not it. Okay, no.
Were you responsible for the death of...
What? No way.
Are you sure you don't want to connect the students?
Damn, something's just not right here. There must be more holes. I'm sorry, but...
Oh, maybe I'm running out of time. Okay, can I like skip the starting part? I think this is like just a tutorial.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Oh.
can't. I think they're like teaching me here. Okay, I just want to make sure, like, the game didn't lie to me, right? There is like things that she won't do. Okay, yeah, okay, it is. Okay, so the game didn't really lie to me. Student? No.
it's a fairly big universe.
my mate.
No, the tickets... Wait, what did she say?
My major.
Oh, the major,
Oh.
right.
Well,
Your...
Uh-oh.
Did you make...
I mean,
What about the email? No, the
These
ticket
plane tickets seem to
specifically.
suggest-
I mean, it's not like I'm rich or anything. My parents don't make too much money, so I can't imagine they wanted something like a ransom or anything.
What about your rich dad? Will that be a thing?
Isn't your father a highly successful lawyer?
Oh, he is, isn't he? Well, I mean, I still wouldn't say that, he makes all that much.
Were you responsible for the death of the other person in that room?
What? No way, of course, I wasn't. Did you see what happened to that body? How could I have caused that?
Okay, so this there I can't connect the body to her. Like I can't bring the thing here, the two person. But there's a thing about the clothes somewhere. Where was it? Yeah, this. No. So like it's not assuming the body is a thing, like the other girl.
This photo of the crime scene shows a pair of glasses.
Well, you know,
Were you involved in what happened?
are you joking? I already told you. How could I have been involved in that?
Most people with no involvement don't attack the police and attempt to escape.
You can't be serious. I was in shock. I had just been abducted and there was a dead body. I wasn't thinking right.
You don't seem to have been doing a lot of thinking right. You're still trying to avoid the police, and even after requesting this meeting, you continue to lie and mix yourself up with another person.
Thank
Make
you.
sense, Darcy. If that's even who you are, I'm starting to think you don't even know yourself.
Look, I'm just not in the right headspace. Just give me a moment and I swear I'll tell you everything.
Sorry, but I just don't have time to be led around with lies and excuses. I'll get one of the staff members to take you back to your cell and check back in a week. That should be enough time to get your thoughts straight.
Wait, hold on. I don't have a week. I need to talk to you now.
I'm sorry, but our time is up.
I can't let you
leave.
What? What the hell is going on?
Sorry, but I don't have much time before it finds me. I need you right here, right now.
Calm down.
What exactly are you?
Well, I guess there's not much point in hiding it. I'm not exactly human. I suppose you could call me an entity. One using this body to hide in your world. I'm losing control of my grasp on this reality, though, and I need your help to fix it.
You also step on me? Reading this means that you're not trapped in that thing's pocket reality. I won't let you leave until it gets what it wants. Oh my. And if you refuse to do it, it will result in the end of life as we know it. Okay? Seems excessive. My kind of woman. However, after rigorous research, I can say this is a third option. First, you need to have a symbol present during the event. Then try to find ways to contradict the entity as best you can. I could explain why, but for some reason being confronted seems to break its hold just enough for the symbol to reveal a 4-word code phrase. When all 4 words are revealed to you, say them and allow directly to it. Godspeed and best of luck. Jim. Okay.
You mentioned something trying to find you. What's trying to find you?
Where I'm from, there are powerful beings that even I'm hesitant to describe. That even something like me shouldn't bother. But I did. And now it's after me. And I'm not just going to let it take me. So I'm hiding from it.
Well, I mean, I don't think a post document is gonna help me with any of this. Well, I don't know if police documents will help me with this.
What was the real reason behind your relationship with the professor?
He was just someone that knew about the world and was willing to help me. I can't afford to get caught. It's a far greater issue than you think.
The professor's confession says something quite different.
Alright, so I had to do a bit of coercing. But still, he helped me prepare for rituals and events, as well as other things.
Hey.
I needed his help. I had to be assertive.
Where is the professor now?
He is no longer in this reality. He was taken to another. He screwed up during the last event while setting something up. Not sure if he can get back or not.
This? Why did this Chan, shut the fuck up. Why did this move here? What a handsome man without any glasses. Oh no, the pictures are moving around as well. Okay, the ritual on the chair, this? No?
What was the actual reason for this abduction?
I wouldn't call it an abduction. No one was forced into it. It was just a ritual to help maintain my control and keep me hidden.
So what happened to that body?
We ran out of time during the event. The being I'm hiding from, the hunter, got to her. And well, you see why I'm on the run.
Why? Was there a third person at the event anyway?
It was just something the professor decided at the last minute. No reason for her to be there at all.
Oh,
Did you even know who that classmate was?
Nobody important. Probably just one of the professor's students. I've got no idea who she might be, to be honest. Listen, we are out of time. I'll need you to recite this incantation to hide me from the hunter.
Leg line.
This is crucial. If the hunter gets me, it will have an opening into this world. It will destroy all life as you know it. No question. Hiding me will save the world. So I trust you know the right choice here.
Are there no other options? Nothing else that can prevent this?
There is no other way. You have to make the decision.
it's an incantation. Do I have it in my documents? So this is like dating a squid girl, except not really? Do you think it has something to do with the anthropology class? That's why I brought the girl there.
Alright, fine. I'll say it. Leg line. Curapathinadada.
My thanks to you. How will they face my punishment? What happened? Why the hell can't I move?
I've done all I can with the patient, but she still refuses to cooperate.
Oh.
She needs some time alone, so please don't disturb her. I'll be back with some staff to escort her back to her cell.
This can't be. That's not me. Don't listen to it. That's not me you're talking to.
Oh, okay, we exchanged the bodies, and the hunter, which is apparently a space spider, got me. Those were my last words before the pain hit me. A pain too agonizing to even describe, soon followed by my bones bending like they're made out of soft rubber. Oh, okay, so the other girl that died, the same story happened. That was nobody, it was original her. It felt my skin was being pulled from every opening possible. My last second on Earth was torturous, and all I could think about was whether this is how I'd die, or if I would continue to feel this horror wherever that thing was taking me. Okay, how can a giant space sentinel spider not smell the difference of, like, entities? I mean, there's a human soul in there, and it's like the guy who was doing the interrogation. It's his soul in another person's body. That sentinel spider was just so, he's like minimum wage. He's a minimum wage space sentinel spider. He gets paid in like little bottle flies, not even the full-sized flies. And he's like, I'm just doing my job, man. Listen, you smell like her, I'm gonna take you in. Maybe like you'll stay in space prison for like at least 60 years. And then once you get out, I guess we give you like 100 reincarnations or something. I don't know. Does it go from the start? Oh no, I thought maybe there was a checkpoint.
Okay, I'm ready. Could you bring the patient in? Were you involved in what happened?
Are you joking? I already...
Most people with no involvement don't.
You can't be serious.
You don't seem to have been doing a lot of thinking. You're still trying to
What an
avoid the
insult.
police, and even
You haven't
after
been doing a lot of
requesting this
thinking
meeting,
right
you
now,
continue to
have you?
lie. Are there no...
There is...
Oh, the incantation is the other checkpoint.
I suppose an action is a choice of its own.
Sorry, but this is just too much to handle all at once.
Well, at least I won't be alone in the inevitable suffering.
Why did you... I mean, it seems like this is the Punisher. He's just punishing the entire world, just saying. Only lasted a few scant seconds, but I remember the horror that I let into our world, whatever that thing that I interrogated was. It was telling the truth about one thing. The being that hunted it was so much more powerful than it was. The worst part wasn't the agonizing pain of my body being devoured by that thing, or even the lingering thought of whether I'll be suffering like this forever. No, the worst part was that I could vividly hear billions of people screaming in torment as they made the end I had mistakenly unleashed on them. Well, there's at least like a couple pedophiles, so maybe they deserve it. Hey, I see the positive side in everything, including mass genocide.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
What was the real reason behind your relationship with the professor?
He was just someone that knew about the world and was willing to help me.
No?
Where is the professor now?
He is no longer in this reality.
What was the actual reason for this abduction?
I wouldn't call it an abduction. No one was forced into it. It was just a ritual to help me.
So what happened to that body?
We ran out of time during the event.
Oh, did I fail
The
completely?
being
It's
outside
autopiloting?
Why? Was there a third person?
It was just something
Did you even know who that classmate?
nobody. Listen,
Are there no?
there is.
So
Well, she got webbed.
forget this. I'll leave them to someone else. I'm taking today off.
I can just leave immediately. Okay, excellent. I think I got all the endings except... Well, I guess technically all the different endings. So if I don't interrogate the girl, technically I did save the world. Yay me. It feels like this game honestly needs a
Train ticket.
Those.
checkpoint system.
Can you think of any reason why you might have been abducted?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, it's not like I'm.
Like, make the game slightly harder if you want. Like, make it harder, but also put in checkpoints, because this is just
Father,
going
a
through the
highly
motions
successful
all
lawyer.
over again.
Oh,
What was the real reason behind your relationship with the professor?
he was just someone that knew about the world.
Where is the...
He.
No.
So,
We ran.
why? Was there a
Oh no, it... Right, it does this when I try to quit out. It's on rails, right? There isn't like a point system. Like, if you get enough points in a certain way, you do better.
Isn't your father a highly successful lawyer?
Oh,
Were you
what? 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 No way, of course, I wasn't.
when you were abducted?
Yeah, it's on rails. Like, you can't afford to make any mistakes, pretty much.
Well,
Were you involved in what...
are you joking?
Most people with no involvement don't attack the police and attempt to escape.
You can't be serious. I was in shock. I had just.
You don't seem to have been... You still make... Sorry, but I just don't have time to be led around with lies and excuses. I'll get one of the staff members to take you back to your cell and check back in a week. That should be enough time to get your thoughts straight.
Wait, hold on. I don't have a week. I need to talk to you now.
I'm sorry, but our time is up.
I can't let you leave.
What? What the hell is going on?
Sorry, but I don't have much time before it finds me. I need you right here, right now.
What exactly are you?
Well, I guess there's not much point in hiding it. I'm not exactly human. I suppose you could call me an entity. One using this body to hide in your world. I'm losing control of my grasp on this reality, though, and I need your help to fix it.
How do I... Can I pause the game? No, I don't think I can pause it. But I need... like... Okay. No... Okay, let me reread, like, let me glaze over these again and see. So where was I?
Well, I guess there's not much point in hiding it. I'm not exactly human. I suppose you could call me an entity. One using this body to hide in your world. I'm losing control of my grasp on this reality, though, and I need your help to fix it.
You mentioned something trying to find you. What's trying to find you?
Where I'm from, there are powerful beings that even I'm hesitant to describe, that even something like me shouldn't bother. But I did, and now it's after me, and I'm not just going to let it take me, so I'm hiding from it.
Okay, no. Like I think I can still skip this entire section. I think I can still skip like up till now the entire section. I don't think there is anything. Okay, I'm gonna skip this section as well.
What was the real reason behind your relationship with the professor?
He was just someone that knew about the world and was willing to help me. I can't afford to get caught. It's a far greater issue than you think.
Okay, professor. So the professor says no.
The professor's confession says something quite different.
Alright, so I had to do a bit of coercing, but still, he helped me prepare for rituals and events, as well as other things. I needed his help. I had to be assertive.
Where is the professor now?
He is no longer in this reality. He was taken to another. He screwed up during the last event while setting something up. Not sure if he can get back or not.
Okay, is there? It changes here. Do I need to reference this or no? Is there a secret button I need to press?
He is no longer.
Like this is not here. Okay, no. So I think I can also skip professor.
What was the actual reason for this abduction?
I wouldn't call it an abduction. No one was forced into it. It was just a ritual to help maintain my control and keep me hidden.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it an abduction. No one was forced into it. It was just a ritual to help maintain my control and keep me hidden.
Not an abduction.
I wouldn't call it an abduction. No one was forced into it. It was just a ritual to help maintain my control and keep me hidden.
I think I'm focusing on the wrong details. Okay, let me think like the developer. If I'm not focusing on the people, maybe the report? Like the girl called for help?
We have a witness who testified otherwise.
That's, well, I was losing control of my body. I needed to be handcuffed so I could be taken care of. That's all. A misunderstanding.
So what happened to that body?
We ran out of time during the event. The being I'm hiding from, the hunter, got to her. And well, you see why I'm on the run.
You're on the run. Yeah, tickets? Where are the tickets? Oh, right, the kid. This? No.
We ran out of time during the event. The being I'm hiding from, the hunter, got to her. And well, you see why I'm on the run.
But, like, I'm trying to get my characters to say stuff. It's, you know, I would be like, is this what the hunter did? No, okay, so let's skip this.
Why? Was there a third person at the event anyway?
It was just something the professor decided at the last minute. No reason for her to be there at all. It was just something the professor decided at the last minute. No reason for her to be there at all.
No reason for her to be there at all. I don't know why the professor shows here. Do I need to, like, say this? Like... like it seems like this picture would relate to a lot of questions, as well as the student thing I'll need to ask.
It was just something the professor decided at the last minute. No reason for her to be there at all.
The only other connection I have to the dead female is this.
This email seems to say it was planned in advance.
Well, Look, why are we talking about this third person? They aren't important. Can't you see there are bigger things going on right now?
Did you even know who that classmate was?
Nobody important. Probably just one of the professor's students. I've got no idea who she might be, to be honest.
Oh, I see what confused me here. It's because okay, so I know why it's confusing for me. It's because I failed. It's because I failed. It's because I failed. She like went through a bunch of dialogue, and so my brain is melting that dialogue with the previous section. Okay, so I think now I can relate this to her. Like, you know, who's the student? I think now I can do this. Or do I click on this?
These records seem to show that you two did a class assignment together. Plus, there was the confusion over names earlier. You called yourself Heather at first.
Are you serious?
Huh?
How is this remotely important? Were you not listening when I said we don't have a lot of time? Listen, we are out of time. I'll need you to recite this incantation to hide me from the hunter.
Leg line.
This is crucial. If the hunter gets me, it will have an opening into this world. It will destroy all life as you know it. No question. Hiding me will save the world. So I trust you know the right choice here.
Are there no other options? Nothing else that can prevent this?
There is no other way. You have to make the decision.
What do I do? Oh my god! Oh, that was it. Wait, what did she say?
There is no other way. You have to make the decision.
What happens if I make the time run out? Okay, go for it.
According to this, I can say this. Chan Ef
Chan.
Eoriba.
Wait, where did you... How do you know that? Oh no. Oh no. You have no idea what you've done.
What happened? Is it over? Did I do it all right?
Did I do it all right? My character was very surprised by the conundrum there. In the end, the thing that vanished along with any danger it had caused. I don't know if I made the right call, but I made my choice and I'm paying for it. After everything that happened during the interrogation, investigation actually went on as to what happened to the patient, of course. I was the prime suspect in her disappearance. It's not like, you know, there was a closed door, where did she go? There was no point telling them what really happened. Who'd believe me? Either way, what I said was irrelevant. Now I'm a patient in the very facility I work for, subject to countless interrogations, stuck in captivity. I'm left to wonder, did I make the right choice, or will that thing return? I'm sorry, the hardest ending in the game? Is there a secret? Do I click on something like the lights? No. I'm sorry, the hardest ending is a bad ending? The best ending was the fail ending. Because you leave the room, you fail, and then you come back and she's like gone. G2G, thank you so much, Alex, Daniel, Amy, Hayden, David, Crimsound. Well, G2D, thank you so much for In Terror. Get it? In Terror? Interrogation. It was... How big was the game? The game was 72 megabytes. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at the files. You know, have fun with it. Oh, the spider legs. Oh no, they're spidering about. Doc scared. Oh, that's me. Unless it's the other doctor who's scared. So why do all men look the same in this world? She's angry. She's angry talking. She is blinking. When she blinks, the entire sky blinks with her. Oh no, she's deformed. Evil grin. Oh no, she's evil. My kind of woman. Oh no, she got stabbed. Oh, there, she's restrained on the wheelchair, literally 1-to-1. Lean angry. She's leaning. Lean worried. She's leaning and worried. Normal. Normal talk. Surprised. Surprised talk. Uncertain. Worried. No talk. This is the most amazing face in the game. Evil grin, no eyes. Dark. Oh no, into the abyss. So is she also a spider, or she's like a space not cockroach, what do you call them? A space a space grasshopper with spider mouth. Although I mean she still has breasts, just saying. You're playing unfair. Binder. A binder full of people. She looks very angry. She's not happy at all. Yeah, I look very similar to the professor. Oh, I just got it. That's supposed to be me. Yeah. I think that is supposed to be me. I think they're literally doing like time is convoluted thing, but you really can't put your finger on it because, it's an indie game. 9, look at this sexy beast over here. Although the way the face is torn apart, it still looks like her. I think they're doing the entire thing where time is convoluted. Chan. I like how this first thing, Chan Ale, could have clicked on a Toblerone. Fail, Faulty, or Brian. I think that's also supposed to be me, like something at Attack on Biden. Okay, so the game wasn't like long or anything. It was fine. I guess you could say it had its charm. I'm gonna guess this is when the thing breaks, right? Other side, yeah, this is when I'm on the other side in the thing. Spider legs out of everywhere. The world is taken by spiders. It wasn't bad at all. It's just, how can I explain this? I thought, like, because it's an interrogation game, I thought the game was gonna be longer, So I was trying to be like, the game is very on rails. You can't really. The biggest problem with me was understanding the game, because the game was very on rails. You have, like, for example, in the start you had like 4 questions I think you had to get right. If you miss one, you completely fail. I don't know why there'll be a thing, especially like because so, like, you know what I mean? Like, we knew who the girl was. The way it's written, the text, the way it's written, it's pretty apparent that we know who the girl is. But then it's like when we're asking the question, it's like the officers and the doctor cannot relate them. Like, don't ask questions that are implied. Very like what TV shows where the cops are asking questions, and then there's like that one old cop, the old wise guy, that is like, rookie, don't ask questions that guide the question. That's how you make mistakes and get innocent people imprisoned, stuff like that. The game felt very much like the developers. I don't know like who wrote the pacing or the script for the game, but like whoever wrote it, they basically did that mistake where it's like they know stuff, but they don't, and then they don't ask those questions for the sake of like gameplay or story. And then at the end, it's like, yeah, we know about it anyways, but we just couldn't ask or connect those questions. Also because it's just like the character, doesn't give you feedback. For example, I mean, the entire case would have been solved in the first 5 minutes, and I'm pretty sure we could have lambasted this motherfucking whatever this is, this Bumbito enemy. We could have just lambasted her to the cyberspace if we just asked in the first 5 minutes. That girl, that's the girl that you had a complaint with, It feels like we could just have like exercised her in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, and I thought that maybe the nameplay thing, like, should slip out words. You need to listen. Like, I thought the game was going to be more complex. It was going to be longer, more complex, more, not different branches, but like the multiple endings would be based upon feedback. No, it's just like linear, very linear. It's very tight. Which also without the lack of checkpoint. Like basically they didn't put any checkpoints in order to hide the fact that it's a repeat, it's a loop game. You have to keep on failing and failing and failing until you find the right progress path, which is fine, I guess. But I'll say this much: it's the art style that's really carrying it. It's the art style. The art style is honestly the thing that's carrying it. Because unfortunately, looping your dialogue as gameplay is what ruins the pacing. It removes all the tension and horror once you get over it. But yeah, anyways, G2G. Thanks so much, Alex, for interrogation. 73 megabytes, it's fine. Yeah, G2G.